Eurogold is driven by being the best civil engineering contractor in the Northwest, ensuring its clients are given the highest level of service that they deserve. Eurogold work in a wide range of industry sectors, including house building, highways, commercial and industrial build.
La Vita is an award-winning, independently run Italian restaurant. Located on Rose Lane in the heart of Liverpool, real Italian-style dishes, using the best ingredients, skillfully prepared by our chefs. Come and try our serious Italian experience.
Supreme Upholstery Limited is a manufacturer of quality bespoke upholstered furniture. Come along with your ideas for that perfect sofa to fit your home and let Supreme bring your ideas to fruition. We also offer a service to the contract market, including large hotel groups and small family-run business. No matter how large or how small your order, you will always get that personal service from our sales team. Come along and visit our showroom.
Hello and welcome to the Irish in the UK. Coming up on the show this week, it's great to see the Birmingham Irish Association open again with their Tuesday group. Lots of people have been shielding for 3 or 4 months and obviously missing all their friends. So it's great to see them out, having a nice time and enjoying themselves. But first up, Margaret Keane was born in County Westmeath. She immigrated to Coventry at a very young age. Met Bernie, her husband, got married and raised a family there. Both Margaret and Bernie were always heavily involved in Irish things in the city, and they were both heavily involved with Roger Casement's GAA club. Bernie was also president of the GAA for many years. Well, 2 years ago, Margaret sadly passed away, and since then her family has been unable to erect a headstone because the family wanted one line on the inscription to be written in Gaelic. This has not been allowed. We joined the story with Margaret's daughters.
My mum, Margaret Keane, was born in Cappoquin. She grew up in Athboy, County Westmeath. She came to Coventry in the 60s as a young teenage girl with her family and spent the rest of her life here in Coventry. She met my dad in the 60s, early 60s, when she was going to the GAA, and they were married and together for 54 years. She had 6 children, 4 daughters and 2 sons, and we're all very proud to be called her children. We formed the Margaret Keane Memorial Fund as part of the Message to Margaret campaign as a response to the ruling around Mum's headstone. We had such an outpouring of support from Irish communities up and down the country, worldwide in fact, and so we decided to set up the fund as a legacy for Mum, and the fund represents things that are important to her.
Donna, of course your mum was very, very well known in this area and very much loved as well.
Yes, Mum was, yeah. Mum, for over a quarter of a century, was a employee of a local school here in Ash Green, Goodges End. Enjoyed spending time with all the children.
And she loved going back to County Mayo and she loved going visiting Knock, didn't she?
She did indeed, yes. We had the family home over in Ballyhorness as well, so we used to go there every year, at least 2-3 times. And yeah, there were a few pilgrimages to Knock, wonderful memories spent over there.
Donna, your mum supported all things Irish here in the city of Coventry. She was a great supporter, along with your dad, of course.
Absolutely, and I remember growing up, there wasn't any Irish activity that we didn't do. We danced for the local dancing academy, Danny Doherty. We also learned piano accordion and took lessons in Irish language as well. So we were thoroughly immersed in all of the Irish culture.
Tell me a little bit about what's happening tonight, Beth.
Tonight we're remembering Mom. The second anniversary of her passing is on Wednesday, and we have an event here tonight as part of our message to Margaret, where we will be projecting messages from Mum's family and friends onto the church wall here behind us as a very, very special memorial to a very, very special lady.
Mum met Dad through the GAA. A neighbour of Mum's asked if she wanted to go along one day to a game, and she went along, and that's where she met Dad. From there, they both went into Roger Caseman's. Dad was already a part of them, and then Mum just stayed with them all the time. Dad started hurling, obviously, in his earlier days when he was back home in Ballyhorners, County Mayo. He played for Toreen, and when he came first to England, he hurled for Roger Caseman's, and then Roger Caseman's finished the hurling, so Mum and Dad just concentrated then on the football. Mum used to pick us all up, all the kids up, and drop us all to games, drop all the kids home, and that was every Saturday that was.
I believe your mum passed away quite suddenly.
Yeah, she did. She had an illness and she was in hospital, and after a while of time she was released from hospital, but then sadly she passed away very quickly after that.
Your mum got a special award at Croke Park as well. Tell me about that.
She got the International President's Award for, I think, just services to the GAA for what she did, and she was presented to that by the actual president, Egan O'Farrell. I think overwhelmed her, really.
Your dad, you know, is a big supporter, heavily involved with the GAA here in Britain. Does he still follow the games from Ireland?
He does indeed, yeah. He's a big supporter of the game still, and he actually was the president of the GAA within Great Britain. He did a 3-year term, and he was very involved. He travelled the world with them, going to meetings and pushing the game forward within this country.
The family wanted to have a memorial that reflects Margaret's life and her values, and she very much valued the GAA all her life. She was very passionate about the Irish language and her Irish culture and heritage, so it's only natural that the family wanted to have something that reflected the love of the GAA and the Irish language on her memorial. So they completed a very straightforward application form at the church for a standard sized memorial for her. And that went before the local church council and an advisory committee, and Reverend Gale has come out to say that nobody during any of those discussions raised any issue at all with the Irish language, and Reverend Gale's confirmed the only issue they actually had was a health and safety concern, but just because the GAA cross was initially planned to be protruding out slightly from the headstone, and I think as soon as somebody says something about health and safety, it takes it out of the remit of a local church council and it puts it into a different system. So this application and the family then found themselves in a church court system, and that application then went before a judge sitting at the Consistory Court of the Diocese of Coventry, and a judgment was made which refused the family permission to have an Irish-only inscription, even though in this very churchyard there are other memorials with other languages without translation. But I'll just read to you an extract from the judgment if I can, Martin. So the judgment was made by His Honour Judge Stephen Eyre QC, sitting in the court on the 6th of May this year, and he said, given the passions and the feelings connected with the use of Irish Gaelic, there is a sad risk that the phrase could be regarded as some form of slogan, or that its inclusion without translation would of itself be seen as a political statement. And he also said that it would be unintelligible to all but a small minority of readers in English-speaking Coventry. And you can probably see why the refusal to allow an Irish-only inscription and the reasons given for that refusal have caused deep hurt to the family of Margaret Keane, but also to the wider community. There's a huge Irish community in Coventry, and it's also caused hurt and concern within the parish itself here, because nobody asked for this. Nobody benefits from this. And Coventry itself was rebuilt after World War II. As you probably know, Martin, it was completely destroyed during the war, and the Irish community here were very much part of the population that literally rebuilt the city. There was also the foundation set for the Ministry of Reconciliation, and of course Coventry is the city that produced Mo Mowlam. She was a key architect of the Good Friday Agreement. She went to school in Coventry, she grew up here, and as we know, the Good Friday Agreement has at its very heart principles of mutual respect for identity and parity of esteem. So there's a real concern that the judgment that's been passed here is incompatible with the Good Friday Agreement. It's incompatible with human rights legislation, and it isn't what the people here, cross-community, have asked for. Where we are at now in terms of the legal process, I'm really proud to be part of a really quite incredible legal team. I'm working with Keelan Gallagher QC and Mary Rachel McCabe. They're both barristers at Doughty Street Chambers in London, and I'm working with them on the application for permission to overturn the judgment that's been made. I'd also just like to say thank you to my own legal team at Irwin Mitchell, because they've given me a lot of support and the resources to run this application. So the application for permission to overturn the judgment has been filed with the Arches of Canterbury Court, which is a very senior church court, and we are just waiting the decision from them.
Reverend Gail, first of all, can I compliment you on your beautiful church and surroundings?
Well, thank you, Martin, and it's lovely to be able to welcome the Keane family and others here this evening. We're very thankful for the dedicated team of volunteers who helped to keep the church and the churchyard. It's been a real sanctuary, I have to say, for people during lockdown, actually, just to have some quiet green space that they can walk through and come and sit and have a moment's peace and reflection, and obviously to remember loved ones. And we're so delighted to be able to support the Keane family in this act of remembrance. They've had some delay in getting the headstone in place, as we know, and we have wanted to very much support them as a church in this act of what is really an act of reconciliation. It's a very special occasion for us to join with others from the Irish community, the Keane family locally and more broadly in Coventry and surrounding area and beyond that, and we're very pleased to be able to host the event this evening in support of that community.
What a lovely tribute to Margaret on her 2nd anniversary, and let's hope that the powers that be will reconsider their decision and give peace and contentment to Margaret's husband Bernie and to all Margaret's family. Now we're going to take a break there. See you in a minute.
Eurogold is driven by being the best civil engineering contractor in the Northwest, ensuring its clients are given the highest level of service that they deserve. Eurogold work in a wide range of industry sectors, including house building, highways, commercial and industrial build.
IJK's Scrap Metal, Manchester. We provide payment for scrap metal, removal and disposal of cars and abandoned vehicles. A weighbridge facility, authorised treatment facility, recycling and waste management. Full compliance with all legal requirements. IJK Scrap Metal Manchester, a friendly, professional and reliable service.
Supreme Upholstery Limited is a manufacturer of quality bespoke upholstered furniture. Come along with your ideas for that perfect sofa to fit your home and let Supreme bring your ideas to fruition. We also offer a service to the contract market, including large hotel groups and small family-run business. No matter how large or how small your order, you will always get that personal service from our sales team. Come along and visit our showroom.
The Warrington Irish Club, 83 Orford Lane, Warrington. a friendly and welcoming club keeping the Irish culture alive. We have Irish and country music every Saturday night, tribute nights, race nights, charity nights and karaoke. All live sports shown on the big screens. We have snooker, dominoes and crown green bowling teams along with arts and crafts. Pop in for a friendly welcome and to book your event at the Warrington Irish Club, give Frank a call.
La Vita is an award-winning, independently run Italian restaurant. Located on Rose Lane in the heart of Liverpool, real Italian-style dishes, using the best ingredients, skillfully prepared by our chefs. Come and try our serious Italian experience.
Buckhurst Plant Hire, operating nationwide and supplying equipment to the construction, civil engineering and utility industries. Buckhurst is synonymous with quality equipment and excellent service. Call us today.
IJK's Scrap Metal, Manchester. We provide payment for scrap metal, removal and disposal of cars and abandoned vehicles. A weighbridge facility, authorised treatment facility, recycling and waste management. Full compliance with all legal requirements. IJK Scrap Metal, Manchester. A friendly, professional and reliable service.
Eurogold is driven by being the best civil engineering contractor in the Northwest, ensuring its clients are given the highest level of service that they deserve. Eurogold work in a wide range of industry sectors, including house building, highways, commercial and industrial build.
Welcome back. Now don't forget we're here every Thursday evening at 7:30 p.m, Saturday at 8:30 and Tuesday at 1 o'clock. So make sure you don't miss the shows. Now we're off to meet the Birmingham Irish Association Tuesday group as they enjoy themselves. Maurice, during the lockdown, of course, the Birmingham Irish Association has done a wonderful job caring for the community and with your hot meals and everything. But where are we going from here now and how is the community managing?
Yes, so over the last few weeks we've been working hard in the offices and St Anne's in the parish centre to try and get ourselves COVID secure so we can start welcoming people back. So we've introduced obviously a lot of new procedures and practices into the offices, as you've seen this morning. Some of the changes have been a bit drastic. We used to pride ourselves on welcoming people in and sitting and having a cup of tea and a biscuit and a chat with them, but obviously under the circumstances we can't do that anymore. So we still meet and greet people. So we opened our offices back up last Monday to the public. So we've tried to put as many procedures in place as we can so people can visit safely in the knowledge that they're protected and that we can still provide a service to them. So we've done some physical changes to the buildings. We've got secure, sterile interview rooms for people and new intercom systems and camera systems and built new waiting areas. So we've started to welcome people back and people are coming in with all the inquiries that they had before, passport inquiries, birth certificates, etc. So that's from the sort of front office perspective, and now we're slowly building up all our other services. So as you've seen this morning, we've now started our very popular Tuesday Club back up. We've had to restrict the numbers, so we're trying to obviously adhere to social distance practices, but we're having about 60 or 70 of them coming back initially to start with, and they're coming back, and as you've seen from this morning, they're having a fantastic time next door in the hall. So we've done that for the last 2 weeks, and as the weeks go by, we're going to put more and more people in and try and build the numbers up.
Everybody was delighted to see each other back today. Everybody's enjoying it down there, and I think they've been locked in for so long. They're just so glad to be here.
They have. Some of these people have been locked up for 3-4 months now, and this last Tuesday was the first time we held the club, and for a lot of them that's the first time they've been outside their front doors. So it was fantastic to see them back and meeting old friends and be able to have a social and a good chit chat. So the response we've had from them has been fantastic. I think they're just glad to get out and meet other people and socialise again.
Now, as we discovered during the pandemic, of course, you've covered a lot of people and looked after a lot of people, but you've also discovered a lot of people that weren't being cared for. Where does that leave them now going forward for people that doesn't have the contact with yourselves or maybe doesn't have the backup that you've given them?
So all the services that we introduced during lockdown we're going to continue, so the food bank, the hot meal delivery service, even though we're trying to bring our other services back online, we're still going to carry on providing those services. So anybody who we've been helping over the last 3 or 4 months, they'll still continue to get our support, because we can't bring our regular services back 100% yet. No. So we've still got that capacity that we can still care for those people and also start looking after the people we did before lockdown.
Now, before we let you go, Morris, I know you'd like to say a thank you to your volunteers, because you've had a lot of people that's donated, that's come along, helped out as well and given up their time, including all the GAA clubs. The
support we've had from the community, from the GAA clubs, our own volunteers, a lot of them who have been shielding and are in that vulnerable group themselves, it's been absolutely brilliant. They've come back, as you've seen in the Tuesday club, they're all helping this morning. They're coming back slowly but surely to the front office as well to start helping us, and without those we couldn't have reopened, so a massive thank you to them. And if there's anybody out there that needs any help or any support, how can they contact the Birmingham Irish? If they go onto the internet, they can look at our website, www.beirish.org.uk, and there's a dedicated telephone helpline number on there that they can call, so our volunteers and staff man that 7 days a week from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. So if they call that number for any support or help they need, and then we'll be there for them. Trudy, how is the shop been going for you?
The shop's doing really well. A lot of people like the Irish products, as you can imagine. Since we started it online, we've had orders every day. So it's a case of just coming in the morning and putting them together, which is quite exciting, really. And then we contact them and ask them to come in between working hours at the moment. But once things calm down a little bit, I think we're going to be looking at doing a delivery service to people's homes. And it's quite sad at the moment. A lot of people can't get in. So we are trying our best between the staff. If we can deliver to your house, we will. That'd be really great if you could get the delivery service up and running for people that can come into you and hasn't got transport. Yeah, I mean, it is going to be something going forward that we want to do. But like I say, we've got staff on hand at the moment. If somebody does order something and they're not too far away, in between doing our hot meals, we will deliver it to them. Now, can people phone up to do their order as well? They can do, but we've set it up online so that they can pay. Right, that way. Yeah. So if they did phone up to do their order, they'd still have to come in and pay us a different way. Yeah. So we appreciate that not everybody's online and able to do it. So anyone's still allowed to come in and make an order. St Anne's Parish Centre, of course, which is next door to you, and you're heavily involved there. Yes. Now you were telling me that you're hoping to open up and maybe have some live music in August. We've been following the guidelines and just watching, Boris on what he recommends. I know a lot of the pubs opened on the 4th of July, but we didn't. It's a bit of an older group that come into us, so safety was really paramount with them. The only thing we possibly won't be able to do at the moment is have any kind of dancing. They like to see each other. Yeah. Bearing in mind they haven't seen each other since the middle of March, and we put it out there on Facebook and they're just delighted to get back to say hello. So I don't think the dancing will be a big issue.
Sarah, you've been receiving some of the hot meals. What were they like and what did you think of them?
I think they were very, very good and I enjoyed them, and even my son enjoyed them. He wanted to share them all the time. It was a very good service and the people were very good and polite and everything when they brought them.
And how long did you get the hot meals for?
Quite a few weeks, yes. I did enjoy the meals. They were very good and it was very good of the people to bring them.
And we saw you playing bingo there as well today. How did you enjoy
I have
that?
to have me bingo, yes. I've won £2.
Oh, hey, listen, well done. Spend it wisely.
I will.
Well, listen, Sarah, lovely to meet you today. I'm glad that you're doing so well.
I took over run the Tuesday Club with Terry about 4 years ago. And I really do enjoy it. I love the people, they're beautiful. But the lockdown was terrible. It really devastated all of us. I kept in touch with the last of the members, periodically giving a phone call, just to make sure everyone was all right. And then Birmingham Irish, I guess, in touch with anyone I thought that needed it, you know, for food banks and hot meals and that like. Then when we heard it was reopening again, oh, my heart jumped out of me. It was great, and we started back last week, and we had 63 members there last week, and they were all so delighted, but everything is in place for COVID-19, you know, the sanitizer, social distancing, and the mask, so that everybody is aware of that. And plus we all sign a disclaimer as well, you know, for track and trace. But thank God everyone is safe so far, and that's where we hope it will stay.
So tell me what happens on your Tuesday Club. What's been happening here today?
The Birmingham Irish are funding us, giving us the free lunches, which are fantastic. Like, we get a bag each, and there's sandwiches, fruit, and we have a hot drink as well. And then when people come in, I just take the registration. We get their details off them so that we have everything in place. Our tradition is, which Sister Teresa always done, we always have prayers. And then after that, then we have the lunch. And the staff for the Birmingham Irish, through this pandemic, are really fantastic, helping us out. Otherwise, we wouldn't be able to do it, like. And then after that, then we have a game of bingo. They all love the bingo.
Hello there, my name's Kate. I work for Birmingham Irish Association. We're based here in Digbeth. So today I just wanted to let you know about our online shop. We've got a wide variety of products here: Kimberley biscuits, Barry's tea, porridge, red lemonade, chocolate, red and brown chef sauce, and a variety of other things including emerald sweets. We stock black and white pudding, clonakilty sausages, Galty cheese. At the moment, we're looking to expand that, so if anybody's got any ideas of other products they'd like us to try and get hold of, email us and we'll see if we can do that. We're based in Digbeth at St Anne's Parish Centre in Alcester Street, so you can come in, collect your items just now. So it might be that at the minute, with the restrictions in place, you might have somebody that you might like to let them have a little taste of home, so it might be worth putting a few items together that you can give them as a gift, just to cheer them up and keep them smiling. So we're looking forward to seeing you all at St Anne's in Digbeth soon.
Maurice Malone and all his staff does a wonderful job caring for the Irish community in Birmingham. It's great to see things slowly getting back to normal. Now Henry McGlade is back with his show next Thursday evening at 7 o'clock from County Mayo, and we're here with the Irish in the UK at 7:30. Until then, take care.